Hey guys, Dark with Cyclone FPV, getting ready to do an RMA, and I've taken a few days off here just to kind of get everything gathered here and get ready to announce some new changes, some pretty cool things. But in the meantime, it's time to get back to doing an RMA here. So I've got one sitting in front of me, and it is this one right here. Okay, so let's see what this is. HGLRC. Let's see, it is the Petrel 132 Butterfly 6S. So it says, I'm writing you this letter to inform you of what there is three main issues. When I got the drone, it was easy to bind to my Tyrannus QX7 radio with the FreeSky XM Plus receiver. When I went into beta flight to configure the radio to the drone, it would not connect. And I tried to adjust the safe so it would connect. Okay, so one is there's no QX7, or he couldn't get his radio connected in beta flight. Number two, when I got the manual and went through the settings of the Impulse RC, went to DFU mode, did the firmware version of what? I went with Impulse RC, went to DFU mode, did firmware version upgrade, went back into the receiver setting, configured it to my Tyrannus, and it worked. I then set the UART mode according to the manual instructions, and everything was working. The motor was responding to the Tyrannus, and it looked like it was working fine. At that time, I smelled a hot, burning electrical smell and noticed that the stack in the drone was very hot. I immediately disconnected voltage, went to check the voltage parameter settings. This drone has many issues. The main issues when I installed the props on RMA radio, the drone would immediately go to full throttle. Then I had to shut down the arming switch. I think the gyroscope is not working. I did check it. The VTX board is not what is on the drone website. It's red. When I plugged in my Kratos batteries, this is not I think the gyroscope is not working. I did check it. The VTX board is not what was in the drone was shown on the website. It's red. Thank you for looking at this. Please repair and replace this drone so I can fly. If you have any questions, please contact me. Okay, so let's go over a few things first. Number one, if you don't have the drivers and you have to use the Impulse RC driver, my guess is that this is not something normal for you to be doing. So let's discuss the heat first. We're going to go out on a limb and say that the heat is because your VTX is on, and that's normal. That's extremely normal. Number two, having an issue with the VTX is this is the new version of the VTX. You don't want to make. Oh, by the way, this is something cool. I'll tell you real quickly. My son and I, he's got one and I've got one. I promised him I'd wear it, so I'm wearing it. So if you're asking, it's a zipper that. That's all it does, but it's really cool. And yesterday when I took him to school, or when I was at the school, he and I got one each. So there you go. If you see me wearing that until he takes his off, I'll continue wearing mine. All right. So again, let's look over this. So the first thing is that your VTX is the new version of the VTX. So don't complain about that because that means that they gave you the upgrade. Okay, so please just go with that. I promise you it's better than what would have come on there had you got what was in the picture. So, you know, you don't need anything replaced. I mean, this is something I want to get through, and this is why I've taken some days off. I have had more people who don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying this gentleman's that. I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's doing, but I have had more people who just get in the hobby think that they are now the smartest guy in the world because they've watched a video or two, and they're going to tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, or they're going to tell me that, or they're going to tell me that a product they need. This one guy, this one guy wrote me, and he says, I've been doing this 11 years, which is bull, and he says, and there's no manual on how to do the S-bus on the HGLRC board. After 6 hours and some white smoke, I want another one. I'm going, listen, bud, you've been doing it 11 years, and you don't understand how to read a manual. That's your problem, but the manual did show it, and I sent it to him. It's just the rudeness. The people are disgustingly rude now. I mean, disgustingly rude. Like as if the world owes them when they have no credentials to show that they even have the slightest clue what they're talking about. So here's some advice to all of you. Shut up, all right? If you get a product and it's not working the way you think it should, that doesn't mean the product's wrong. That may be that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And when you get disrespectful and start telling people that you demand this, first of all, you're nothing to demand anything, okay? You're somebody who spent $100, $50, $30, and I get it, it's hard-earned money. But God darn it, here's what you didn't buy. You didn't buy the right to be an asshat to everybody else, all right? And I understand some people may not appreciate what I'm saying. They may totally hate what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, here's the deal. If you piss off enough people because you don't know what you're doing and you're incapable of accepting responsibility for what you don't know, and the fact that you may have screwed something up on your own because you don't know enough, you're never going to make it in this hobby. Like I told one guy, if you can't accept that you need help, if you can't accept that you're wrong, get out of the hobby. Because this is going to be a very expensive hobby, and you're going to piss off a lot of people in the process. So that's my rant about this. I'm so tired of this that I have decided that we're going to drop several brands, and we're going to start cutting our business down to where it's more custom work and less of this, hey, we'll just do everybody stuff, because people are rude. People have just become jerks now. It's like, you want to sit at home because of COVID and figure out a way to become a super ass? You're doing a very good job of it. All right, now that's my rant. Now let me move on and try to find my lens that I need for this. All right, so here's the first thing we're going to do, okay? First thing we're going to do, because clearly this would be the proper way to do something, when you have an assumption, right, about what could be causing the problem, go ahead and start removing piece by piece. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, that's fine. But then just say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. What do you suggest? And I would say, well, here's what I would do. I would come in here and I would, first of all, I would take this cable right here, which is the power cable to my VTX, and I would remove it, okay? And now, with that removed, I would go ahead and plug in my drone, and I would see if my drone really gets hot. Because if you don't know that as VTX causes heat, you don't know a lot about drones, okay? So let's just go ahead and drop this down, and now we're going to watch, okay? And we're going to see, is this thing cooking? Nope. Now let me read that letter again, because I want to see how long he gave it. And again, I'm not dogging this guy here. I do not like that it is, hey, send me repair it or replace it, when there's nothing to repair or replace. Okay, the main issues when I started, okay, my armed drone would automatically go into full throttle mode. Cannot wait to see this. So let me go get my QX7. I just so happen to have it right here because I was on the phone with Free Sky yesterday. Okay, so let's go ahead and open my QX7. Now, I'm going to leave this. So far, I can keep my hands on this, and it is perfectly fine. There's nothing hot. So, again, I would say that my guess here is right. This is not about a drone having a problem. This is about a VTX getting hot, which is what they do. So lower the power on it. So let's see what we got. Let me go ahead. Let me get to my. I'll move this over. I'm going to try not to do too much movement on here because I don't want anything to short out. But let's just go. See what we got. We're going to go to. Let's do it. We'll just do a Free Sky right here. Okay. All right. Shut up with the switch one. There we go. Oh, you know what? I broke a switch yesterday. Forgot this thing fell off. Okay, so let's go ahead and bind. Okay, and that's going to be model 4. So we're going to use it. Okay, so here we go. So let me go ahead and power this off real quickly. Okay, and I'm going to unplug. Okay, put this in bind mode. There it is. I got my solid lights. Put this down. Go ahead and bind. Whoops. Go ahead and bind. Hopefully we're on the same. God, I hope we are. Please. Yep, we're on the same. There we go. Okay, so let's power this off. Power back on. We are now bound. We should be. Let me make sure. Move my radio a little bit away. Oh, it should have been bound. Let me see if I'll do that again. Maybe I didn't bind it properly. I want to move my radio away though. Yeah, there it goes. So it is. It's because it's too close. So that's okay though. So there we are right there. I'm going to leave this. I'll leave my receiver or my radio a little farther away. Let's go to beta flight. I'm not sure why he's seeing anything with the gyro that's wrong. I mean, where that comes from, I have no idea. But let's go ahead and head over to the receiver settings. Okay, so if that's the case, let's go to motors.
Your breakfast is ready.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to have to use Cholula today. I think you used the rest of the salsa yesterday.
What? Boo.
No.
Okay, babe.
I'm going to the store though later.
No, it's fine. Thanks, Mama. I'll be in a minute. Just going to finish this RMA. Okay, that motor's spinning. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's see, we got 3. We got motor 4 spinning. So everything's spinning. Now let's just see when they start spinning here. Excellent. There's no reason to think that there's anything wrong here. Everything's spinning properly. Okay, let's go to our configuration. All right. Well, first of all, this is wrong. Okay? First of all, this is completely wrong. So you set the motor direction to reversed, but you don't have them reversed. So let's go ahead and fix that first, because that would be one of the problems when you arm them, is this thing's going to start detecting the movements are going wrong. So let's just go ahead and try this, okay? Let's go to motors now. Let me reconnect. Let's go here. So the motors. So the first thing you had wrong was this area, okay? Let's go to motors now. Yeah, motor spins fine, but they're not reversed is the point, okay? So just make sure that you understand that, again, there's nothing wrong with the drone. This is really more about you. Let's go to modes. Okay, so let's go ahead and set our mode, and we're gonna put this to middle position here. I don't even know why you would shrink this bar down. So look, you don't need to be so accurate, okay? Because the only position this thing can go in is here, here, or here. It's not gonna go right here, so you don't have to make this box so small, all right? So let's just, I mean, you only have 2 modes too? Ugh. So let's click add range. Oh, whoops, here goes, hold on, sorry. I'm realizing now that you guys aren't seeing my beta flight. Sorry, hold on one second. Go ahead and add that real quickly. Bear with me a second. Okay, I'm gonna go back now and I'm gonna put this back on so you guys can see. So let me show you what he had for, I'm gonna go back and set this one piece back up so that you can see what we have. Okay, so let me click save. Let's add the, there we go, let's add the computer screen. I apologize for that. Okay, so let's see what he's got. Here's what he has. Okay, this is how it was. And so I went into setup, and so far, let me disconnect and reconnect. So far, only thing I see here, everything looks good here to me. All right, I don't see any problem here. Let's go to ports. All right, I'll leave the ports. That looks good. Let's go to configuration. So the first thing I noticed was when I went to motors, oh, sorry guys, it is the morning and those are my boys. So if you don't mind, let me just say good morning to them. They're writing me. Hey, good morning, big man. Oops, can't type, fat fingers. Okay, so let's look at this. So first thing is, let's go to the motor. So here's what I noticed. When I ran the motors, I ran motor 1. Now the quad's facing me, so everything's in reverse here. So motor 1 is over here, clockwise. Motor 2, counter. Motor 3, counter. Motor 4, clockwise. That's the correct setting if you did not have them reversed. But on his setting here, it says motor direction is reversed. Now, I'm not going to change it just yet. I'm going to go to modes. Here's how his modes were. I'm like, what is this for? You have 2 modes. You have arm and you have angle. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Not to mention they're so narrow it doesn't help. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's go, and this I'm doing little finger gestures here, and I'm realizing that you can't see them. So he has them like this, right? We'll just make them the whole thing. So watch. Arm. Click it. Flip the switch. Drag it over. Don't need to be so exact. Angle. Click the switch. There, leave angle in the middle if you want, doesn't matter. Up position will be acro with air. Horizon, let's add it since it sounds like you're new to the hobby. There we go. Fail safe, be good to probably add one of those too and then set it. Let's put that here. Let's go to our beeper, add the same range on the same switch, drag that over. And I'm going faster here just because, guys, I feel like I just want to knock this out. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there. Okay, let's click save. Okay, perfect. Now let's go to motors real quick, okay? So I'm going to flip this and I'm going to flip arm. Okay? Motors are spinning perfect. They're not going crazy. Problem is you have them spinning the wrong direction based on your configuration. You have them spinning in reverse mode and they need to be spinning in regular mode. Let's go ahead and save and reboot that. Okay, now this has been on and it's literally fine to hold. I can put my hands on here. It's not overheating. I'm not seeing any major issues because the VTX is disconnected. All right? That's the only reason you had any problems because of VTX. Now, the other thing that you did, I'm gonna take a guess here, let me log back in, is you lost your entire VTX table because when you decided to flash it, you removed all the stuff that was on here when it came from the factory. So again, that was an incorrect thing to do. You shouldn't have flashed the firmware the way it was. You should have at least copied your dump file, saved the configuration. And what are you flashing it for? It doesn't make any sense. It came from the factory. Fly it first. Learn to fly it before you start adding your own changes. So now what you have to do is you have to go to your HGLRC website, which let's see if we can do that. All right, so let's go to HGLRC website. Okay. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not because it's HGLRC. Matter of fact, you know, I've been known. I'll let you know if I have a problem with them. So it's not that it's HGLRC. It's the fact that everybody's ready to blame these people, as if it's like they don't know what they're doing. And maybe in some cases it's wrong, but everything here is a case exact thing of somebody who just doesn't know what. doesn't know what they're doing. And no offense to this guy, I'm not saying your name, but my frustration comes from so many people now doing the same thing. Nobody taking responsibility for what they're doing. And boy, I tell you what, hold on. I need to go over here. Keep clicking the wrong thing. Let me go products. I will tell you I hate the website. I cannot stand the HGLRC website. It is just too much nonsense. All right, now I understand, trust me, that my website may not be that great either, but this is ridiculous. I mean, there's stuff, I hate this website. It is just full of nonsense of, oh, this guy in Arizona bought this. I don't give a shit what he bought. I don't care what he bought. It means nothing to me. I just want to get my stuff. Oh, new website. So it's even worse, guys. It takes forever to load this thing. Come on. Look at this. I mean, let's go. Oh, my Lord. Let's... This is just, I mean, could it be any slower? I mean, really, I just want to get, okay, so let's get what he got. He got the Petrel 132 6S, okay? So let's go to 6S. Petrel 132, there we go, okay? What is this crap? I don't know what's going on with this, but this is terrible. Okay, we're just going to wait 5 days for the description to load. Oh my God, picture by picture. Okay, so let's just do this. There's the batteries, there's this, item name, get multi-protocol, control. Okay, piss on the jumper. I'm not really thinking of worth it again, but let's go. HSA again. Manual, no, I don't want the manual. I want to see if they've given, okay, this was the original VTX. Be glad you don't have that. All right. So I tell you what, let's go this route. I mean, seriously, guys, cut the crap out on the HGLRC website. This is terrible. Your website's terrible. FPV equipment. Video transmitters. Whatever. Alright, so here's a new one, buddy. This is the one that you got that you're not happy about. No, that's the one you should have. That's the good one. This one sucks compared to this one. Okay? So let's just be happy that you got the upgrade, and don't complain about that either. Let's click the VTX table here, which is what it says to do. Okay, and then let's get the Zeus Nano right here, and then we're going to save this link as. Alright. And we're going to go ahead, and I have this somewhere in my software downloads, I believe, under beta flight configurations or something like that. Is it beta flight hex files maybe? And I think I have VTX instructions, and then I have HGLRC, and then I have the Zeus Nano. Did I already have that? Oh, no, I did. I already have it. Darn it. I guess I didn't have to go back, so I'll just click yes and save it in case there's any updates. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to beta flight because you didn't do this. I'm going to go back to beta flight. It's my kids, so hold on, please. I am making a video and talking to you. What are you doing? Guys, whenever my kids write or call, you know, everything stops. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to say load from file. Okay, and we are going to then go to our software downloads, go to our beta flight hex files, which is right here, go to our VTX instructions, go to HGLRC, go to our Zeus Nano, and boom, it's already loaded. I mean, come on. So then we'll go to, we'll use E. Let's see, we'll go F5, I think for me, and then we're going to say our power level is going to be 25 so that you're not cooking it, and we're going to click save. And that's it. Okay, you didn't even have this loaded, so your VTX has no control of the power or anything at all. That's now taken care of. Okay, so now let's go ahead and simulate this arming. Let's go do this. Flip the arm switch. Whoops, there we go. I mean, I'm not seeing anything show any kind of craziness, right? But let's go ahead and disconnect it. Here's the drone. Here's the drone right here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disconnect my Betaflight real quickly, and I'm going to disconnect from there, and I'm going to unplug the USB. Okay. Now, I'm turning this. Now, here's the catch. Okay, I have no problem there. I am on, since we're doing a Wi-Fi, since our cameras run on Wi-Fi, I cannot, I don't think I can. I'm gonna try. I'll try to put that solder wire back on, and hopefully it will not interfere with our signal. If it does, the video will cut out, and then I'll have to come back and restart it. But let me just see if I can get this to work. Okay. Okay, put the rest of this back together. And in this very, very, very limited area, we're gonna see if we can get this thing to hover, okay? And then that will totally put away any issues of this being, these motors spinning up crazy or anything else for that matter. All right, and again, I'm not necessarily trying to just criticize the issue. I'm just like tired of people blaming the companies. It's like everybody must be wrong, and it doesn't make any sense. How can people? This poor guy. I mean, because it's not your fault, sir. I'm not trying to dog you on it, but even in your letter, repair or replace. I mean, the only thing that needs repair, no offense, is the way you work on your drones. Okay, I mean, really, what would you like to repair? And the question that I dropped that damn screw. Hold on a second. Where did I put it? Nah, I'll just grab another. You know, I mean, the only thing I want to know is what's funny to me is when people get online and start blasting like that, right? Or they'll. I mean, I see it all the time. They sit there and they complain, but they don't go and put the effort back to say they're wrong, right? I mean, it's kind of funny, but I mean, it's like I have a guy now. This guy literally filed the thing with, his name's Greg. He's out of California. He's a little dork, and he filed with PayPal, saying that he wants a refund. He didn't get, his items never arrived, and I'm like, okay, so PayPal wrote me. I'm like, here's his tracking, guys. I mean, it's sitting at his house, and then in his complaint, in his filing, he tried to. He said, well, I was going to send them back their stuff, but then I decided I was going to hold it because the company's like a scam or something. And I'm like, so here's the deal. We're the scam because you're holding the product and telling PayPal you want a refund. Right, Greg? I mean, what people try to do nowadays is so ridiculous. And we still have to put in our time to do it. So then I got real good customers that are calling and I can't take their calls. So I'm having to handle people like this guy, Greg, out of California, who thinks he's entitled to be able to lie and keep product. I'm like, what are you doing? Anyways, between that and people who break stuff and don't take responsibility for it, it's like, come on, guys. I mean, be a little bit kinder. All right, you're unable to accept responsibility for what you don't know, and therefore you're getting pissed off at everybody else. And then not losing sleep if you cost them money. What kind of unethical crap is that? It's just not right. It's not how we do business. Anyways, as you can see, I have days of frustration built up because I'm seeing an uptick in people conning more and more and more. And it's like, when does it stop? All right, let's see if I think this will be just fine, right? It should be. And normally I wouldn't be doing this part because I don't think that this is necessary to do, but because the customer claims this didn't work, I feel the need to show him that he's wrong and that he needs to stop. He needs to think before he blames the company again for what he doesn't know. Okay? It's that simple. All right, there's that and that. Now I've got to go see if I have a small battery that will give me just enough time to test this sucker. Okay, so let's see. Be right back, 1 second. I don't know if these are charged, that's the only problem. But if I can just get this to on and not go all over the place, let me see if I can get a voltage reading. Hold on a second. There's my little battery. That's my boy. Whoops. Oh, no, it's in, oh, here it is. All right, let's see if I got anything here. If I can get this just enough. Oh, God, no. That is not going to work. And this one? Well, that'll give me enough. Let's try that. This is a, what do we got? We got a, this is a 4S, so we'll go ahead and use this one. Let me see if I can get this to wrap around it real quickly. Yep. Okay, so we're going to plug in this 4S. And all we're going to do is a hover test, okay? Nothing more. So don't get all crazy thinking we're going to do a bunch of stuff. Got to make sure that the VTX is not interrupting. And I don't think it is. You guys still have picture, right? Okay. So this thing is not going to sit level. Come on, sit level just for me 1 second. Oh no, it is interrupting, isn't it? Well, we'll just try it. We'll try to keep this as far away as possible. Let's just see if we can get this thing to sit level for a second so I can take off with it. All right, let's see. No. See if I can change VTX channels or something. Okay. If I can get it to save. Move everything kind of out of the way. All right. We're going to try this, guys. So we're going to see what happens, okay? Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and disconnect. Hold on, let me make sure I've got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and disconnect. I'm going to do this part here because I want to see what we got. So let's go here, configuration, let's go setup, make sure. Okay, orientation is fine. Let's go to configuration. Oh, I forgot to do it. There we go. Let's save and reboot. Okay, so that would explain the spin up. Okay, I forgot to change that off, but that's how it was when it got here. So let's go ahead now and see if that. Let's see what we get. Okay. There we go. Oh, we froze our VTX. Hold on. Our VTX is interfering. I'm just going to try my best to make sure that we don't have that problem. Let me see what channel I'm on here, because it will cause some problems here. So let me just make sure. And I've got my video. So let me see. I'm going into my OSD. I know you can't see that. But let me go to features, VTX. So I'm on. I think I should be fine, but I'll go to race band. Let's do that. Let's do that, and let's go to channel race band channel 6 and confirm. Okay, there. Now we're on race band channel 6. We're going to confirm, and so we're good. So we should have video now. So here goes. I'm going to go ahead and calibrate. Make sure that we're set. Let's try that. I'm going to back up just a little bit. I mean, look at it. Flying perfect. So the problem you had is you had your motor direction wrong. Works perfect. Okay, guys, look. So, again, the deal here is there's nothing wrong with the quad. As a matter of fact, I thought I switched the motor direction back to normal, and I didn't. So when I spun it up, it jumped real quick, right? But that's a known issue, that if you have your motor direction wrong, the quad is trying to do one thing, and you've told it something different. And when we turn this on, that's exactly what it showed. So, problem with this quad, it's user error. No offense to the user. I mean, I know you didn't. I know you didn't mean any harm, but the problem is the approach was repair it or replace it, something wrong. I've had problems with this since it arrived. The fact is the problems and the issues all come from the user error on his own, okay? And we're going to leave it at that, not dogging anybody, but I think if we're going to start really holding people responsible as well, if you want to hold companies responsible, you got to hold the people responsible too. And in this case, the responsible party is the person who owns the drone. Anyways, that's it, guys. It works perfect. If you have any questions, please, you can always find us on our Facebook group. And then, as always, I will ask you, please support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, as you can see below right there. I'd appreciate it greatly. And I am going to start putting out more videos again. I needed to take a week off here to just kind of deal with all the figure out how we're going to start scaling back and getting rid of the people that basically the Wal-Mart customers, the ones that think that they can buy, break, and return constantly. I'm done with you guys. Don't shop with me. Take your money, go elsewhere, please, because I've had enough of it, okay? For the rest of you guys, though, I do appreciate your business. You've taken responsibility when you do something wrong. And in return, sometimes you break it, and we still replace it for you just because you've been honest. Save me that hassle of having to do this, okay? All right, guys, listen, God bless, be safe, and as always, spend time with your family. You never know how much time you have left, so make the most of it. To my boy, Jaden, thanks for the bracelet, dude. I'll wear it, and I'll see you tonight. Ashton, have fun at school. Have fun doing your learning, at home learning, actually, I think, today. And then, Landon, we'll see you tonight and talk about your football practice. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Love you all. Peace. Bye.